10 futuristic technologies that could change the world. The future is closer than you think. Many discoveries have been made today that have made our lives easier, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. So stay tuned to discover the 10 futuristic technologies that could change the world. You won't believe the last one. Nanotechnology. One of the fields that, once mastered, could completely change the world is nanotechnology. It's not what many people think of as tiny robots, and while that may be true, its control goes beyond that. The word technology refers to anything that is not of nature, such as a pencil, which is a form of technology, or the making of gold bars. Nano is a tiny metric scale, even much smaller than microscopic. Nanotechnology involves modifying components at that scale. For example, modifying gold at the nanoscale to make it melt faster by breaking it down into nanometers. But that's just the beginning. Once nanotechnology is mastered, it will be applied to everything from engineering to medicine, making many tasks much easier. Yes, successful experiments have been conducted that could soon bring it into our lives. Artificial intelligence in healthcare. How powerful and how close is artificial intelligence in health? Well, it is one of the closest of all. The Indian Journal of Dermatology is trying to predict heart attacks and possible cancers. The same goes for the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, which is making early discoveries of pancreatic cancer, predicting heart attacks, and all the genetic predictors of Alzheimer's. Just with these two examples, we can see how powerful AI is in medicine. Smart cities. Smart cities are not futuristic cities. Although they must be highly technological and digitized, they must be self-sustaining, functional and practical, both technologically and in terms of economic, social, environmental, and political aspects. They aim to be places with good transportation systems and intelligently designed interconnectivity. Currently, there are a few cities under construction that fit this description, such as Woven City in Oxagon, which aims to be a clean energy industrial city, and one of the most well-known, The Line, another project in Saudi Arabia. Nuclear fusion. The energy of the sun and stars, though currently impossible. Let me explain in simple terms how nuclear fusion works. It is an energy source that is created when the nuclei of two atoms come together to produce energy. Very simply put, at present, this is quite difficult to achieve and has only been achieved by a group of scientists who, in 2023, successfully conducted this experiment, producing more energy than it consumed. That's the problem to be solved. Fusion energy. Currently, fusion energy consumes more than it produces, but when a significant energy gain is achieved, we will have an energy source that will change the world by providing clean and sustainable energy on its own. Space tourism. A hotel on the moon, a city in space. These ideas may seem crazy, and while they are still fantasies, we are getting closer to this dream. Currently, companies like those of Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos are aiming to reach space, although it is a bit challenging at the moment. But what do I mean when I say we are close? Maybe not a space city, but there are plans to build an elevator to space. Yes, you heard me right, an elevator to space. Projects for such elevators are underway in China and Japan, with the goal of creating these futuristic machines that will take you to a space station, with expectations set for the year 2050. 3D printed organs. Approximately 6 million people die each year from heart attacks. Currently, transplanting these organs is impossible and takes too long. Can you imagine going to a hospital with a serious problem and having a new organ printed for you to take home? Sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. Well, this could almost be a reality because there are printers that work with biotink, but currently they can only create a minimum print size of 100 microns, while the vascular network is 1 micron. Therefore, organ printing is a microtechnology, but in theory, almost all the tools are already available. Quantum computing. Quantum computers are the future. They are thousands of times more powerful than a regular computer. Currently, such a system can easily break any security seal. While traditional computers work with the bits 0 and 1, quantum computers, using the principles of quantum physics, can be 0, 1, or 0 and 1 at the same time, because that's how they work. The current challenge is that quantum computers need to be at absolute zero, which means at extremely low temperatures. We are very close to figuring out how to solve that problem. And like classical computers, they will eventually become small and commercial, and of course, the whole system will be faster. Autonomous vehicles. This technology is closer than you might think. Right now, Google's cars are already equipped with these systems, and some Tesla cars already have collision avoidance systems, but the technology is already here, and soon we will see cars that drive themselves. Can you imagine it? Taxis with quantum computers, unhackable, taking you to your destination. The worst part is that we are only decades away. Brain-computer interface. Recently, Elon Musk confirmed the installation of the first Neuralink in a person's brain. Are we on the verge of the great era where we'll have devices in our brains? Probably, but this technology goes even further, as it aims to cure some diseases such as blindness, clearly showcasing its potential. What matters to us is the use of computers in our brains. And look, currently 10,000 transistors, something that has allowed computers to become smaller, can fit in the thickness of a human hair, not its length. So the technology is feasible, and we are very close to being able to use it in our brains. Augmented reality. Ready Player One gave us a glimpse of the future of virtual reality, but augmented reality is different, as it is the ability to make the virtual environment visible in front of us. Nowadays, there is augmented reality technology, but it is very primitive. We still need to overcome the systems to make it feel closer and for us to interact directly. In a few decades, we will probably have this amazing invention. Great inventions, impressive indeed, and all just around the corner. Something that gives us hope for a much better future, and with science striving to become more advanced and less harmful to the world each day. See you. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like.